Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I know I took a long break from sports cards from YouTube, but I am back, and today we're going to be talking about a card that is currently on fire in the market right now, and that is this 2017 Donovan Mitchell Optic. Now, I have two PSA 10s of just a normal base. I have two PSA 10s of the red-yellow parallel, and then one PSA 10 of the shock parallel. I'm going to be talking about all the different parallels, all the parallels that I currently have and their value in the market right now, and what I believe the value for this card will be in the future. Now, before we do get started, I know I haven't been here in a while, so make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button and turning the bell notifications button on so you never miss a future video, and even drop a like on this video if you enjoyed today's content. With all that being said, we're going to jump right in and get started with just the normal base cards. Now, this card, I believe I picked up one of these cards for around $47. That's including shipping and fees. This was, again, one of my first purchases when I got right back into sports cards and sports cards investing in general. I bought this for $47 a while ago, probably like pushing back to like March, April, and I bought another one a couple weeks later just because I wanted, to try and stack up a couple of these cards. I bought another one for around $65, I believe I won a bid, somewhere around there, give or take, around $65. Now, these cards right now are currently, reaching prices of $300. I did see one just sell for around like $325 on eBay. Some have been selling for, $250 to $300, but there are a couple that have been listed for $300 and their best offers have been accepted. So I would think it would be somewhere within like the $250 to $300 price range for a best offer. And that's just, the day after Donovan Mitchell, went off in the first round of the playoffs, scoring 57 points. That's his career high for points. Now, I think that could have a lot to do with why these prices are pushing upwards of $300, a little over $300, maybe a little under $300 for the base card. Now, I'm not too sure on what these cards were sitting at right before, he dropped 57 points. I do try to check, all the cards that I invest in. I try to check maybe like once every 1 to 2 weeks on how they're doing in the market, but this one I just haven't checked in a while, so I'm not really 100% sure on what the card was before this game. But I do think this game had, a decent amount of impact on his price and why it rose a little bit. Again, I just don't know. Now, talking about, impacts on, specific games to cards, I had a Jaren Jackson Jr. card that I actually just recently sold. I talked about that in a previous video. I can link that right here if you'd like to look at that. That was a while ago, though. I did buy that card for around $73 after shipping and tax, and I was able to sell it for $265 a couple days ago on eBay, and he got hurt, so that's why I wanted to post it, because I knew that that price would start to go down a little bit. And literally 1 to 2 days after I sold that card for $265, there was listings already sold for $202. So it was a good, good spot for me to sell it, and perfect time really to sell it. It was at the peak of its value. Now, heading back over to these cards, I believe I'm gonna sell these cards. Now, what I'm about to say, don't take it and say oh, I gotta sell these too if you have these cards. No, you don't have to do that. I'm just planning on selling these because, yes, Mitchell dropped 57, career high, everything like that. So that could have been a big reason why these cards got boosted. But they also still lost the game, 135 to 125. They're playing a Nuggets team who, has got Michael Porter Jr., who has shown his potential already in this bubble. So many reports about him, all this potential he has shown already. They got Murray, who is still a fairly young player. They got Jokic. So they got all these players that I think the Nuggets could potentially make a run, and I think they could potentially beat the Jazz. And I think, if the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, if they do get eliminated, I think this card will start decreasing. So I want to sell it right now, make my money now before, it goes from 300 to maybe pushing downwards of 200 to 250 instead of 250 to 300. Make my money now. But again, if the Jazz do win, you never know. If the Jazz do win, they could increase more if, if Mitchell does do better, drops more points like he did with the 57, and he starts, showing his potential more. These could start increasing, but that's, that's within the game. That's the risk that you're willing to take. I might see how the market reacts to, the game, and see how it reacts today, see what the prices are selling for today, and then maybe list mine tonight or tomorrow. I'll have to let you guys know on that, and I'll keep you guys updated. Now, the next cards are the same card, just the red and yellow parallel. I believe I picked these up for, one of these I picked up for 50, and it's kind of like the same story as these other two. I wanted to go out and get another one, so I picked one up for 50, and then I waited a couple weeks, which was stupid. But then I picked up another one for around maybe 60, 65. I'm not 100% sure on that price. But I do have it in my Excel spreadsheet. I can throw them up on the screen for you guys after this video. And then These right now, I just saw one actually right before I made this video sell for around $235 on eBay. Again, the PSA 10. And there was a couple that sold for a little bit less than $200. So this one is also starting to make like a little growth in price more as well, probably due to the, this 57-point game he dropped. And also I do have the Shock one that I talked about, PSA 10 Shock. I think this card looks really sick. I don't know if the camera's gonna get the Shock actually in it, but this one I paid around $157 for, I believe, after shipping, after fees, everything like that. And this one I did also just see one recently sell on eBay for $300. I'm gonna put up on the screen right now what I paid for each card, and now and then next to it what each card is worth. And then at the bottom, I'm going to do like a little total for how much I can make right now in profit off of these 5 cards if I was to sell them all right now. I believe I am going to start posting a couple right now just because, looking at the profit I can make right now off of these 5 cards, I think I'm going to take it and run. I'm going to college soon. I'm going to need the money, you know what I mean? So I think I'm going to take it and run, and that's a pretty good investment off of these 5 cards just in, a couple months. I bought these, again, back in April, May, I bought a couple of these. Maybe some in March, I'm not sure. I think I started in April investing, so April, May, and it's only August. So in a couple months, that much money made, that's not too bad off of just these 5 cards. All right, guys, well, that is it for this video. I just wanted to jump on and update you since, Mitchell had that big game yesterday. I wanted to show you what the value is looking like for these cards. I don't know if some of you are, investing in these specific cards, or maybe you're investing in these cards but other parallels of them. Comment them down below if you are. Let us know, what you bought your cards for and what your parallels are looking like in price. But let me know what you bought these cards for if you have any of, the base, the Shock, or the red and yellow parallels. Let me know if you have any of them. Let me know what you paid for them. And, let me know how you're feeling about if you're going to be selling or if you're going to be holding these cards for the near future. With all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. And if you're new here, make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button and turn that bell notifications button on so you never miss a future video. I'm going to be coming out with a lot more videos here in the short future. Just because I'm going back to college, I'm going to have a lot more time with these online classes. So I'm going to try and get a lot more content out for you guys. And again, if you enjoyed today's video, drop that like on it. That would help me out a lot. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and peace.